My dear students, good morning everybody. So I just welcome you to online class. So we have been discussing about the additional questions which were given to you chapter wise. So first we had 25 questions on chapter 1, synthetic fibers and plastics. So out of 25 we were attempting the question number 10 and we were trying to answer it. So we shall see the question number 10. What are esters? What are esters? Right? So this was the question we were discussing about. Dear students, I would like to discuss the question number 10 again. Right? So esters are the carbon compounds which are derived from carboxylic acid group and which have a fruit smell, right? So these are all esters. So esters are also referred to as essences, emulsifiers, flavors. Very interesting. So we use esters in our day-to-day life, right? So we use them as flavors. For example, orange flavor, vanilla flavor, right? And then we have guava flavor, right? Apple flavor. See, all these flavors can be imparted, especially to the food items. Cardamom, we can impart this flavor to that particular food item just by adding esters to it. So therefore, esters are the carbon compounds which are derived from carboxylic acid group and which have a fruit smell. They are called as esters, right? So, so this is uh, esters. Esters. Esters are the carbon compounds. Are the carbon compounds which are derived from which are derived from which are derived from which are derived from carboxylic acids, carboxylic acids group, right? with OH, hydroxyl group, hydroxyl group, hydroxyl group, and hydroxyl group with a fruit smell, with a fruit smell, fruit smell are called esters. Esters are the carbon compounds which are derived from carboxylic acids group with OH hydroxyl group with a fruit smell. They are called as esters, right? So esters are called esters are called essences, essences or flavors or flavors or emulsifiers. Emulsifiers, right? Esters are called essences, flavors, or emulsifiers, right? So, but if I say I have, uh, for example, for example, for example, acetic acid, acetic acid. Its name is acetic acid, right? Its formula is CH3COOH. CH3COOH, right? This is the chemical name of that acid, acetic acid. It is the molecular formula by saying CH3COOH or CH3COOH. It's a structural formula being C, 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 right? CH3, right? CH3, C double bond O, single bond OH. This is the structural formula of acetic acid. CH3, C double bond O, OH. So this is how we say this is one of the esters. This is one of the esters called acetic acid, whose molecular formula is CH3COOH and whose structural formula is CH3COOH. So this way it is all about esters. Clear? We shall move on to the 11th question. 11th question. So the 11th question is, name the different types of polyester and name the fiber which it contains, right? So this is the question, right? Answer number 11. Answer number 11. Answer number 11. Right. See, name the different types of polyester and name the fibers which it contains. See, the important thing is two types of polysters. Two types of polysters. One is PET. Second one is PCTD. PCTD. Right. Then the first one is dear students, first one is polyethylene. Polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate. C, P, PET, polyethylene terephthalate. We should say, we should read this PET type of polyester as polyethylene terephthalate, right? So polyethylene terephthalate, right? This is the polyester, one of the polyesters. The second one is PCDT, polycyclohexylene terephthalate, right? The second one is polycyclomethylene, polycyclohexylene, right? Dimethylene terephthalate, right? Okay, we shall see polycyclohexylene, dimethylene terephthalate, right? Dear students, please see polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate, PCDT, polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate, polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate is one of the polyesters. See, P polycyclohexylene, right? D dimethylene, T terephthalate, polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate is one of the polyesters, and polyethylene terephthalate is also one of the polyesters, right? So this is how two types of polyesters we have, PET and PCDT. See, you have to be well versed with the chemical names only by practice. Oftenly you need to recite it, oftenly you need to say it, oftenly you need to write it. Then only you become familiar to all these chemical names, right? So polyethylene terephthalate, polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate are the two types of polyesters we have. So we shall move on to the question number 12. Name the polyester which is used for making bottles, films, and wires, right? So uh, question number, question number 12. How are synthetic fibers prepared? How are synthetic fibers prepared? Okay. See, uh, question number 12. Question number 12. See, dear students, I was talking about uh, types of polyesters in the previous question. Name the different types of polyesters I was discussing about. So I said PET, polyethylene terephthalate, right? And PCDT, polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate. These two are synthetic fibers only. How they are prepared, right? Synthetic fibers are prepared by extracting the synthetic materials, by extracting the materials, right? By applying some chemical processes, we can prepare synthetic fibers, right? So, question number 12: how are synthetic fibers prepared? Right? Synthetic fibers are prepared. Synthetic fibers are prepared. Are prepared by extracting. By extracting. By extracting. By extracting fiber forming materials. By extracting fiber forming fiber forming materials. Fiber forming materials, right? Fiber forming materials, and joining them, and joining them the number of molecules, the number of molecules, the number of single molecules, the number of single molecules to a large or to a giant molecule, to a giant molecule, to a giant molecule by applying some chemical process, some chemical process, some chemical process. Right, dear students, please see how are synthetic fibers prepared. How are synthetic fibers prepared? Synthetic fibers are prepared by extracting fiber forming materials, fiber forming materials, and joining them the number of single molecules to a giant molecule or to a large molecule by applying some chemical process. This is how we prepare synthetic materials. And you know very well that there are many synthetic fibers. We have, for example, polythene, polycot, polywool, polyvinyl chloride, right? So, like even if I say the cement, the glass, the cement, the glass, plastics, PVC, these are all synthetic fibers, right? Which are prepared by extracting fiber forming materials, and we join them the number of single molecules. For example, I want to manufacture plastic pipes, thick plastic pipes. So what should I do? I extract vinyl chloride, right, from the fiber forming materials, and then I am going to join the number of vinyl chloride molecules into a large molecule called as polyvinyl chloride, and that is going to be the thick plastic pipe. We popularly call it as PVC pipes, and this is how synthetic fibers are prepared, right? Okay, so we shall move on to the next question. Question number 13. Name the polyester which is used for making bottles, films, and wires, right? So very important is like question number 13. Question number 13. Question number 13. Name the polyester which is used for making bottles, films, and wires. See, bottles, we are well aware of bottles. You know, nowadays almost all the food items are packed in such plastic bottles, right? So films in the sense we have paper thin transparent paper, you know, and that thin transparent paper is called as films. And wires, we know wires wires which can be stretched into a long length, so they are supposed to be wires, right? So you know, dear students, the wire nylon synthetic wire is more stronger than a steel rod. Keep it in mind. See how synthetic fibers are stronger. I am just trying to convey you. So that way, now we are discussing the question number 13. Name the polyester which is used for making bottles, films, and wires. So the answer is PET again. Polyethylene terephthalate is the right answer to this question, by which we can prepare the bottles, films, and wires. Right. So PET, PET, the short form, the long form is polyethylene, polyethylene terephthalate, polyethylene, polyethylene terephthalate, terephthalate is the polyester, is the polyester which is used, which is used, which is used to prepare bottles, bottles, films, films, and wires. Films and wires. I told you already. Polyethylene terephthalate. PET is the polyester which is used to prepare bottles, films, and wires. So, dear students, we shall continue our discussion in the next class with question number 15, question number 14. So, till then, thank you, everybody.